to raise money, you have to speak like an MBA, actually. And even though I have ran a company for 9 years, had employees, office downtown LA, showroom in LA and New York, I now have to speak the language of primarily men and some awesome women now. And so what helped me do that was to go through an accelerator. So I was in Manos Accelerator in San Jose. And through that, I met some awesome mentors, and I keep meeting them, and it just keeps branching out. And I really learned the language of the true professional investment culture. And now with that, now that I have that down, I understand all the expectations, I understand the deal that we're gonna make. Now I can bring my real story back into the pitch, and that's what's happening now. So I have, one angel investor that's committed, and she's amazing, she's wonderful, and I have a few other ones that we call soft circling angels, and I'm hoping they'll come on board, and I'm just pitching nonstop right now. I did not start my journey this time seeking out female investors, but that's what's happening, and it was surprising to me. And a few good men too, though, of course, are coming on board. In particular, my most recent advisor who's joined my board of advisors, he's amazing. And what's funny about him is that he's actually pushing my pro-women point of view more than anybody. But as far as female investors, the neat thing about them is that I believe that just due to possibly our gender and our innate nurturing ability is that when you approach a female investor, they're actually more open to having a conversation with you. I find that I can take a little bit more time, although you need to get to the point, everyone's time is precious, but with female investors, they do want to get to know you more. They do want to know your story more. Of course, you need to have, the data and everything that they need to know about, your projections and have all that to back up your story. But what's nice about the females that I've met is they want to get to know me, my story, and I think that's very important. If I'm investing in myself, and if I invest in anyone else, and someday I hope to invest in other female-led companies, I want to know the background of that entrepreneur and really see the passion behind it and know that they're not going to ever stop until we reach the goal and we exit that company together. One of the typical advice out there that I would like to see a change in is to go to friends and family for your seed money. And that's just really quite often not an option for the underserved. So that's something I have interest in. And so for the underserved, I think it's important to get out there and learn the language that these investors are speaking. And so that's what I did. And so I can really pitch properly, and they really understand my intentions. And it's also important to understand their expectations. So, you really need to have a plan that's going to scale. And also, don't be afraid that if you have this original idea, you can pivot, is what they call it. So you can make a shift in your original business plan, and more than likely, whatever you change it to is going to be more amazing. So don't be shy to change your original plan, because you're probably doing it for a good reason.